Pleased to be joined by an absolute legend of the game, Nieky Holzken, back in action for one championship, taking on Elliot Compton. Everybody's happy to see you back in action. How tough has it been having to wait so long for this, and how good is it to be back?
Yeah, it's very good to be back. It's very difficult now in Singapore with all the rules. We are locked up like a VIP prison. But yeah, I'm happy to fight again. And Elliot is a good opponent. He wanted to fight me for a long time, I hear. And so now finally we can meet each other. And yeah, it's been really hard year for me because I bought a new house. I changed it. I supposed to fight 2 or 3 times, but it didn't come true because of the COVID. So yeah, now finally we're here.
Have you taken any positives from the layoff? Have you been able to sharpen the tools or recharge a bit? Did you take a break?
Yeah, what I learned from it is that you only have one life and you have to enjoy it. And I did that with my wife and my children. We are home a lot, so we did a lot of things together, what we normally never do. But I keep on training and do private lessons, and but it was really hard to motivate in the first part of the COVID. But as soon as I get a date from one championship, my brain switched automatically to a Monic again. So
How do you do it? How do you keep that hunger, that fire? Because there's always in this game, someone always wants to take your spot. Somebody always wants to knock you out. How do you always make sure you're motivated? You get up in the morning, you still love the sport.
yeah, it's hard, to keep going. But I love what I do. If I don't train like 2 or 3 weeks, I get very um, how you say it, not feeling well, unlucky. I feel not happy when I'm not training. So I take 2 weeks or 3 weeks off with the COVID, and it just was not a good feeling for me. So I start training and running again, and then I was back again. So my body needs to train, and my body needs the hard work.
Are you someone who always looks forward, or do you like to reflect a little bit? Because I feel like this has been a rare opportunity, maybe to. I mean, you've achieved some unbelievable things in this sport. Have you been able to have a little bit of reflection on that?
Yeah, before when I started with kickboxing, I was a garbage man. My friends were all laughing at me, but I just had one dream and one feeling, and I want to be world champion one time, and I became it 7 times, and I will be it for the 8th time. Watch me. But yeah, it's just what it is, and I train always hard. I just don't want to be the garbage boy that I was at that time. So yeah, now I'm here. I did a lot of things. I achieved a lot of things. And, thanks to God and thanks to myself and hard work, it's there.
How do you feel about the rankings? So, you're number one, you're taking on number five. We've had the rankings for a little while now. It gives the fans a bit of context. Maybe does it give the fighters a bit more structure? And how do you feel about, you're higher ranked than Elliot. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I fought 4 times for one championships. I win 2 times, 2 times I lost from the same guy. It was the champion. So the other guys I defeat. So it's normally that I'm number one, and yeah, Elliot is number five, but doesn't matter. A fight is a fight. A guy is a guy, and I just come to win. I train hard, and it doesn't matter for me if I'm number one or number five. So it's a guy, so he's training hard and he wants to win for me, and I want to win from him.
How do you feel about the whole one experience overall? Like you said, you fought the champ twice, you lost two, won two. You've traveled a little bit around Asia. Then COVID happened. Has it been a bit of a roller coaster for you? Like, what's the overall one championship experience been like?
Yeah, one championship is really a good organization for me. They are really sweet people. They love the martial artist, not only for winning or losing. If you win or lose, they treat you the same way. They stay connected with you in the pandemic. it's just they help you out. It's just great. It's only now, they do their best, of course, in Singapore, but it's like I was hostage yesterday. I come from the airplane. They take me apart. I go away with one bus and straight away to the room, and 48 hours in the room I have to be now, and yeah, it's very difficult, man. But it is what it is, and we have to be happy that we have a fight again. But
Yeah, it's
one
very
championship is for me the best organization by far what I've fought for ever.
yeah, it's very strange times. How interesting is it for you, this ridiculous roster of talent that one have put together? I feel like there's different organizations who've had their glory days, whether it's K1, Glory, and now it feels like kind of a special moment for one with all these crazy talents. You know, they just signed Sidichai recently as well, Marek Gregorian. So kind of how interesting is it for you as a competitor in your weight class, in the other weight class as well, having these everybody, I feel like at the very top level is at one.
Yeah, and they just started with kickboxing. I think when the pandemic is over and we are 5 years or 6 years more further, they have a big rankings in kickboxing also. But they have to grow also with kickboxing and MMA. They are already very big. But they signing good people. They signing good fighters, and especially the 70 kilo ranking is very tough. If you win there, it's very tough. They have big names with Petrosian and all the other guys. So it's really hard to be champion at that spot because there are so many talents and so many good fighters. I think one should organize a 8-man tournament on one day in the future for the 70 kilos. It would be really nice.
That'd be very cool. Yeah, all
Yeah.
bets are off. We never know which talent could turn up the next day. Is there anyone in your career who you would love to get back, like Cedric Doumbé? Is that one that would interest you?
Yeah, Cedric Doumbé, I would like to fight him at one championship because in one championship they have honest judges and it's not politics. So at Glory they say the day before the fight against me that I'm too long champion, that they need a new champion, so they messed up my mind, and they let me lose at split decision as a champion. So I think I never can lose on split decision as champion if somebody's running away 5 rounds from you and make light points and run away. But it is what it is, and yeah, that's politics. I say it's not for nothing that I stopped with Glory.
Assuming your number one goal is to get the belt, how long before you see Regian again, do you think?
I think if I keep winning, that they have to give me automatically. So I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 wins, and then go to Regian again. If Regian is then still champion.
So if that's the ultimate goal at the moment, one championship had a really big boxing event with Srisaket. Is that something that you're looking to down the line to go for boxing with one?
Honestly, my dream is to become world champion boxing all my life. But I never get the I have one championship with Callum Smith, but that was on 4-day notice. I came there and I fought 12 rounds against him. All the other guys lost by KO, but I did a very good job. Then I think I get a real good contract, but they give me nothing, so I stay with kickboxing. And when I hear one championship doing boxing also, I would love to box. Yes, I would love to box. I like it a lot.
You see in Muay Thai, it's more and more popular now, not just with one. Everybody's wearing the 4-ounce MMA gloves. How do you feel about that? I mean, have you ever fought in MMA gloves? Obviously, kickboxing is different, but how do you feel about that trend that everyone, I feel like, is favoring that for Muay Thai now?
You know, I'm 36 years old. Next month, 37. I never fought with MMA gloves, so it's really difficult for me to do the transition to a kickboxing fight because my whole I trained a couple of times in the gym, but the whole defense is gone. So you have to yeah, you get a lot of scars and everything, and it's not something that bring for me the action to the fight, because I don't know, I'm not used to it. My defense is so open. I have to change my defense and position, and I think it's too late for that. So I got a couple of chances to fight for that, but I said no, because my trainer also said, Nieky, you never do that, and he was worried also, So, but you never know.
It's interesting, and
I don't care, but my team don't like it.
it's interesting that bare knuckle is so popular now, whether it's bare knuckle boxing or Letway, Burmese bare knuckle boxing. How do you feel about that whole rise? It's 2020, but in the last 2 years, it's become very popular. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I prefer with the gloves. I like it more. It's more clean. That's why I like boxing so much. It's very clean. Just nice shoes, nice looking, nice hand gloves. But it's getting more aggressive. In the future, we have knives.
Um,
I
now that
just
you're
want to
back,
stick with the kickboxing.
now that you have the chance to finally compete again, are we going to see you more often, even if it's a bit tough, the quarantines and everything? But are you going to be pushing to, maybe not this year, but are we going to see you more next year?
I hope so. Yes, I hope so. I'm just working off this fight, this coming next Friday, and after that fight, go back to Holland, and then we look. I hope the pandemic is very fast over for everybody in the world, so we can have a normal life and normal trainings and normal travelings and normal events and everything. It's nicer for the fighters, and it's also nice for the promoter. So, but I live day by day, and I have a contract for the 4th of December, and that's what I'm looking for.